I once watched a close friend of mine, genuinely one of the best guys I knew, completely run himself into the ground by being too good. He gave everything to everyone, forgave every single person, and just threw his own piece away for people who probably don't even remember his name. A few years later, I ran into him again, and he wasn't broken anymore, not at all. He was ruthless. And he said something to me that I have never forgotten.
And that right there, that's the heart of what we're talking about today. This isn't about trying to change the world. It's about changing yourself so the world can't break you anymore. So let's dive in. So to start, you have to understand something. Right now, inside of you, there is a war going on. It's a war between two totally different versions of yourself. And figuring out this conflict, well, that's step one. On one side, you've got version one. This is probably the one you know best. It's the part of you that's always explaining, always apologizing, just hoping that people will finally see your worth. But then there's version two, the silent one, the certain one. This version doesn't waste time arguing or begging. It just removes itself from any situation that threatens its peace. You've been living as version one for way too long. It's time to wake up version two. Okay, I know what you're thinking. That sounds pretty harsh, right? But Machiavelli wasn't talking about being cruel. He was talking about control. It's about understanding that deep down, real respect often comes from the fear of consequences, not just from being right. It's about becoming someone whose value is just undeniable.
So let's get this straight and redefine what ruthlessness actually means for us. It is not cruelty. Think of it as a course correction. It's that exact moment you finally decide to stop rewarding disrespect with your time and energy. It's about creating your own peace from the inside, instead of constantly looking for it from other people.
The very first major shift we need to make starts with the most valuable thing you have, your energy. For a long time, you've been letting it leak out all over the place. It's time to seal the cracks.
Look, here's a tough psychological truth we just have to face. When you freely give your energy, your kindness, your help, people subconsciously devalue it. It's just human nature. People take advantage of your goodness because they don't fear losing it. They think your generosity comes from a place of neediness, a need to be liked, instead of a place of genuine strength.
And this quote just hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? The ungrateful, the opportunistic, they take advantage because they know you'll probably forgive them. They count on you to stay. But real, lasting respect doesn't come from predictable mercy. It comes from the understanding that disrespect has consequences. This right here needs to become your internal mantra. You have to burn it into your brain. It's a declaration that your kindness is a privilege you offer, not a right that people can demand. It's the boundary that protects you from being drained dry. Okay, next up, we have to completely reframe how you look at painful experiences. I mean, completely. Instead of seeing them as wounds that hold you back, you have to learn to see them as fuel. You see, a weak mind gets stuck asking, why me? It just drowns in self-pity. But a ruthless mind, it asks a totally different question. What is this teaching me about control? Every single betrayal, every rejection, every failure, it's all just information. It's a spotlight, showing you exactly where your weaknesses are so you can start reinforcing them. Machiavelli absolutely knew that suffering is one of the most powerful catalysts for change. Every single moment of pain is an opportunity to forge yourself into someone stronger, someone smarter, someone, well, untouchable. So don't waste it by complaining. Use it to build. Say this to yourself. Really internalize it. Your past suffering is not a source of shame. It is the literal foundation of your future strength. Every scar you have is a lesson learned and a weakness that has been eliminated for good. All right, let's shift gears a bit. We've talked about the mindset. Now let's get into the practical, tactical stuff. This is how you actually build the armor that's going to protect your inner peace. It really boils down to these three core actions. First, you have got to kill the need to explain yourself to people who are committed to misunderstanding you. Just stop. Second, learn to detach. Detach from outcomes, detach from people who walk away. Never, ever beg. And third, and this is the most critical one, you have to set and then enforce your boundaries. Let's really look at what boundaries are. They are not selfish walls. They're more like gates that you control. They send clear, unmistakable signals about what you will and will not tolerate. And what's amazing is they naturally push away the parasites and, at the same time, they attract people who respect themselves and will, in turn, respect you. You teach people how to treat you by what you are willing to accept. It's that simple.
Every single time you let a boundary get crossed without a consequence, you're essentially sending an invitation for more disrespect. Your armor is only as strong as your willingness to defend it. Okay, so your defenses are up and they're strong. Now we can move on to a more advanced level of strategy. This is all about how you project power and maintain control in your day-to-day interactions.
Here, we're going to focus on two incredibly powerful tools. The first is silence, and I don't mean just not talking. I mean using silence as a strategic weapon. The second is loyalty, not as some blind emotion, but as a calculated alliance that serves your purpose.
Seriously, just think about it. People are so uncomfortable with silence. They rush to fill it, and when they do, they reveal everything: their insecurities, their real intentions, their weaknesses. By staying silent, you become unreadable, unpredictable. You force them to show their entire hand while you keep yours hidden. It creates this psychological tension that automatically puts you in control. And this applies perfectly to loyalty. See, absolute blind loyalty, it's a vulnerability. It makes you predictable and dependent. Real power is found in autonomy. Your loyalty should be to your principles, to your own growth, not just handed over blindly to any single person or any single group.
So, we've covered the mindset, the defenses, the advanced strategies, and it's all been leading to this one ultimate goal: a state of complete and total self-sovereignty.
This is it. This is the end game. It's not about being aggressive or cold or unfeeling. It's about being so anchored in your own worth, so solid in your own purpose, that the chaos of the outside world, the insults, the betrayals, all the little games people play, it just can't touch your inner state. You become the source of your own validation.
So, in the end, this is the question that you're left with. You have the blueprint now. The world is going to continue to test you. It's going to push your boundaries. It's going to see if you'll break. After everything we've talked about today, the only thing that really matters is how you choose to respond.